We're live again. Hey, and welcome.
Hello. We are both together now this time in Gothenburg. So nice to see you really close this time. Yes. Yeah.
Finally, we don't need to do the Skype recordings we do with all the issues and the split screen. So now we're together in beautiful, almost springy Gothenburg, Sweden. And today's topic is freedom
And commitment. How can those two be related, or are they, or not? Yes, a deep breath. Exactly. So, some of the persons I meet are a little bit afraid of commitment, as they have a thought that it will have an impact on their sense of freedom. And what if the opposite actually is true?
You mean if you have a lot of freedom, you don't have a lot of commitment. And there's your face, I'm sorry. And if you have a lot of freedom, you don't have a lot of commitment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what a lot of our, I'm sorry. A lot of us that we meet have this belief that lots of commitment and the freedom goes down and vice versa. But what if that's not true?
And what if you can have commitment to both your partner and your career and your life and your own values? Wouldn't that be great?
That's
So, in a way, it's to really be able to have balance. We also need to have like a frame where we can digest, where we can integrate, where we can feel safe and comfortable, to really have the opportunity at times to grow and be outside that comfort zone. But the normal mind see the comfort zone as a frame, like a picture frame. And I want to give you a new picture, like a bicycle frame. So it's stable, it's something where you can add things on to have a better function, but it doesn't put you in an enclosed environment.
And is it flexible?
It is flexible as the skeleton is flexible, because you have joints but it's moving, but it's need to have some kind of stability so you can add more soft values, or not soft values, soft items to it, so your values really can be strong within that. So how can this be translated to relationship?
I think you need to go on a little bit more about your frame in this. I'm still this. How do I get the freedom versus commitment into this frame?
Mm-hmm. And again, you can take the bicycle. I like that metaphor, and it's a tool that helps you go further in a shorter period of time and with less effort. And what if you can have your relationship as that frame, where you add your interests and your what do you call it, hobbies. You add your career, you add your home, you add, for example, if you have that in your mind, children and so on. So it's something that gets added to this frame, and as the back wheel and the front wheel has also different roles, but they are interrelated. You can, but it creates more effort and more balance to just have one wheel. So if you in that relationship, how can those two wheels support each other?
So the two wheels are the two persons and the frame that connects them.
Mhm.
That's the bicycle frame.
Yes.
Okay. Mm.
And this is a very flexible bicycle because you can also change. You don't have to have one roll static because we are into couple dynamics. So in times you can shift rolls, but still those two dynamics play very good together.
Okay. So I like the analogy with the bicycle frame. I like the wheels. But what about my freedom and commitment here?
Without stability, without a frame, it can become more of a life of chaotic. And the freedom might be how you actually disguise your avoidance. Avoidance of really show yourself and really allow yourself to be vulnerable. And the idea that the mind has that what if there is something better or greener somewhere else? And then it's still that you rely on your happiness and your joy in something outside yourself. What if we even there have to turn the perspective at 108 degrees to
Within?
within instead of looking outside yourself. Mm?
Okay. So with this, you're actually there's a disconnect. There's an opportunity for disconnect between freedom and commitment.
When you see them as opposite to each other, there is a misunderstanding in their true potential.
We can have very high levels of commitment and very high levels of freedom.
Yes,
It's possible.
it's possible. And
But it requires the frame. Without the frame, that's not going to work.
the frames give stability and a sense of knowing where to put in the different items. So that's why we need that frame. But I want to encourage you to look at this at not something that are enclosed.
And so this is not done in a heartbeat. We can just let's just be very honest about that. And if we spent 10 or 20 years together, it's not done in a heartbeat. When starting to think in these things of what we want to encourage is to start maybe investigating what's true within you and within your relationship regarding freedom and commitment. I hear time after time after time that a relationship is almost a definition of a compromise. And I go, where do you find the scientific proof for that? So, like in many things, we invite the investigation.
And I also want to add yourself to that commitment. So when you do a commitment to your partner, it's not a commitment that the other one requires. You do the commitment what you want to bring in to the partnership. So the one you are holding the commitment towards is actually to yourself. What do I want to put into the relationship? What do I want to invest? What is my vision for our time together?
Right. What am I bringing to the table in this relationship?
So we have very beautiful and very effective ways to actually look at things from a minute perspective that gives more choice, more opportunities, and more joy.
Yes. And believe me, it is worthwhile investigating the relationship between freedom and commitment. It's a Pandora's box.
Yeah. So don't just listen to us. Check it out for yourself. Write down a little bit. What is commitment for you? What does freedom mean to you? And where do you find them being like contradiction to each other?
And talk to each other about it.
Okay.
Our 10 minutes are up.
Thank you.
Hey, great.
Yes.
Great being together like this.
Yes.
Even if I put my hand in your face.
It's part of relationship. You have to be in in the other's face now and then.
Exactly. So please comment. Please send us a message if you got a question. If you have a follow-up question, share with a friend. Join our community of couples or people in relationship working abroad. We're building the biggest one. It's our plan, at least the biggest one in Europe. So help us help each other in the exquisite art of relating. We love it. So till next time, have a great time.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Ciao.